All right, so today we're going to be diving into something that's been getting a ton of buzz lately.
Yeah.
Intermittent fasting.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's always looking for the next big thing
Yeah.
when it comes to health and wellness. And it seems like intermittent fasting
It's having a moment.
it really is.
Yeah.
So we're going to try to
Let's
unpack
write it down.
all of that today and see what the science actually says.
Yeah, let's separate the facts from the hype.
Yeah.
There's so much information out there.
It can be.
It can be hard to know what to believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're looking at this excerpt called Exploring the Benefits of Intermittent Fasting.
Okay.
And it looks like it just kind of lays out like,
The fundamentals.
the basics.
Yeah.
So we're going to kind of use that as a jumping off point.
Yeah. Sounds good.
So I guess for anyone who's maybe like totally new to this whole thing,
Yeah.
like what even is intermittent fasting?
Sure. So it's not about what you eat.
Okay.
It's about when you eat. So it's about cycling between periods of eating and voluntary fasting on a regular schedule.
Okay, so it's not like you're like never eating.
No.
It's more like,
It's strategic.
yeah,
Yeah, you're choosing when to eat and when not to eat.
right. So instead of like stressing over calories or macros,
Exactly.
you're really just thinking about like,
The timing when you're eating your meals.
yeah, okay. And there are all these different like approaches,
Right.
right? Like I've heard like the 16-8 method
Yes, that's a popular one.
where you're fasting for 16 hours and then you have like an 8-hour window
Yeah, you got it.
to eat.
Yeah. So that could look like skipping breakfast, having your first meal at noon, and then finishing your last meal by 8 p.m.
Yeah. So it's like you're basically just kind of condensing
Yeah,
your meals into like a smaller period of time.
exactly.
But this excerpt is talking about some other benefits
Yeah.
that go way beyond just like weight management.
Right.
Like,
It's interesting stuff.
yeah.
Really is.
So,
I mean, the research is still ongoing, but some of these findings are pretty cool.
yeah. Okay. So like weight loss, I feel like
Mhm.
that's the one everyone thinks about first,
Yeah, that's usually what comes to mind.
right? Like if you're limiting how much time you have to eat, you're probably going to end up eating less overall.
Right. It's like built-in portion control in a way.
Yeah.
But it might also be affecting your hormones.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the ones that control your appetite and your metabolism.
Okay.
So it could be making it easier to maintain a healthy weight.
Interesting. Okay. And then there's this whole thing about improved insulin sensitivity.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I don't really know what that means.
Okay, so think of it this way. When you eat, your body releases insulin to help your cells absorb sugar from your blood.
Okay.
For energy, right? Insulin sensitivity is basically how well your body responds to that insulin.
Okay. So the better the sensitivity.
The better your body uses the energy from food.
Gotcha. Okay.
And there are studies suggesting that intermittent fasting can improve that sensitivity, which can be good for your overall metabolic health, like
Man.
maybe even reducing the risk of type 2 diabetes.
Wow. That's huge. Okay. And then this next benefit is really interesting.
Okay.
It's this cellular repair thing.
Right.
And it talks about this process called autophagy.
Oh, yeah, autophagy. That's where things get really fascinating.
Okay. Ready.
So picture this. Your cells have this like recycling system.
Okay.
And when you fast, it's like it kicks into overdrive,
Okay.
breaking down old and damaged parts and using them to build new healthy ones.
So it's like a cellular spring cleaning.
Exactly. It's like decluttering and renewing from the inside out.
Wow. And they're saying this plays a role in like aging and disease prevention.
Yeah, the research is pretty exciting.
So just by fasting,
Potentially, yeah.
we could be like
Yeah.
helping our cells rejuvenate themselves.
That's a pretty amazing concept.
That's incredible. Okay. So we've got weight loss. We've got
Insulin sensitivity.
cellular repair.
Mm-hmm.
And there's also stuff about brain and heart health.
Right. There are some really interesting connections there, too.
Yeah. Like what's the link between fasting and your brain?
Well, studies are showing that it might boost the production of BDNF,
Okay.
which is this protein that's super important for brain cell growth and survival.
So it's like brain food.
Basically, yeah, it's
Yeah.
like giving your brain the nutrients it needs to thrive.
Wow. I never thought of it that way.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool concept.
So could that improve memory and cognitive function?
There's some early evidence suggesting it could and maybe even offer protection against neurodegenerative diseases.
But more research is needed.
Of course, always more research to be done.
Okay, what about heart health?
Well, it seems like it could help lower blood pressure
Okay.
and improve cholesterol levels.
Wow.
Both of those are super important for a healthy heart.
Yeah.
Plus, it might reduce inflammation throughout your body,
Okay.
which is linked to so many chronic diseases.
Okay, so this all sounds amazing, but I do think it's important to point out that this is not like a one-size-fits-all kind of thing.
Oh, absolutely, you're right.
Like before anyone just like decides to jump into this,
Yeah,
they need to talk to their doctor
you got it.
or like a healthcare professional.
Absolutely essential.
Right. To see if it's even right for them.
Yeah, because it's not for everyone.
Yeah.
Especially people with certain medical conditions.
Yeah. Okay.
And even if you're healthy, there can be downsides like feeling hungry or tired during the fasting periods.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to be like pushing yourself.
All right, you got to listen to your body.
Yeah.
And find what works for you.
Right. Find something that's sustainable.
Exactly. Sustainability is key.
Yeah, that you can actually like stick with.
Right.
And not feel like you're like miserable.
Yeah, no one wants to feel miserable. It
Oh,
should
yeah.
be about feeling good
Right.
and supporting your well-being.
Exactly. And I think it's worth mentioning that like all of this research,
Yes.
it's really promising, but we still need more like long-term studies
Right. The research is ongoing.
to really fully understand,
Yeah, to get the complete picture.
yeah, the effects of all of this.
Absolutely.
So basically what we've done today is we've just kind of gone over the basics
The fundamentals.
of intermittent fasting.
Yeah.
We've talked about some potential benefits,
A lot of potential benefits.
and we've really emphasized the importance of like personalized advice
Right.
and more research.
Always more research.
Yeah, so hopefully this has given everyone who's listening like some food for thought.
Yeah, and maybe even inspired them to learn more.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So as you go about your day, think about this what if when you eat. Not just what you eat could really impact your health and well-being.
That's a powerful thought.
It is.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into intermittent fasting.
My pleasure.
Yeah, this was fun.
It was